welcome back to my channel. This is Prepping by Faith, and today I want to show you guys 5 items that I feel like are unthought of preps, and there is going to be a bonus at the end if you guys stick with me. So what I want to show you first is obviously not this dog that decided to walk right in front of the camera, but what I have here is a toilet plunger. This is something that we discovered online. We are constantly having issues with our daughter's bathroom. They, I think, put too much toilet paper and stuff. You know how kids are. And so it's always getting stuck. And we do have an auger that we purchased as well. But sometimes even that is more difficult. And as you know, those can kind of scratch the insides of the toilet. So we were looking for another option and we found this. This actually, what it does is you pump it and then you can blast out the things that are stuck. And it comes with all of these different attachments. So you can actually use these different attachments depending on if it's a toilet you're working on. It can work on sinks. It can work on bathtubs, anything really that could get clogged. So this is a very useful item, I feel like. Now, when our toilet does get stuck or something again in the future, guys, we will go ahead and test it out at that point because we have not tested it out yet. But I feel like this is something that you guys might want to consider to put up in your preps. The reviews are kind of scattered. I only saw a couple that were negative, but most people really loved this and said that it worked extremely well. And one person actually said that they had like I think it was like a 30-foot auger and they still couldn't get it out, but this thing was able to fix their issue. So I feel like especially in an SHTF situation, we should have something like this on hand. You do have to be careful that you don't over pump it because you could damage your pipes. But for about 40 bucks, this is a good buy, I feel like. So that is the first item that I wanted to show you guys. Another item that I have here that I feel like we forget is an extraction and fill pump. So this you would need to remove like your brake fluid, your coolant, gear oil, power steering fluid, whatever it is when you're trying to do repairs. So this is just, you know, like a little suction. It works to, you know, extract those fluids. So I feel like this is something that everybody should have in their preps. So this was only about $13. So we picked this up. The other thing that I want to show you guys that I feel like is really kind of cool that we discovered. Now this is about $28. And what this little thing is it is a pump. So it can either fill air into something or it can also extract the air depending on how you use it. So it does come with a bunch of different attachments here. So the air comes out of this little hole or it can suck in through the bottom here. So it's just one press little button. This thing is, it only uses 13.5 watts. And we purchased it for, you know, to fill up like an air mattress and then also to deflate the air mattress. And then I'm also bought it for something I'm going to show you in a minute. And the other thing that people have said is really useful about it is that when you're trying to start a fire, rather than you having to blow on it, you can use this to do that, which I think is a really inventive idea. And I think this is a wonderful item to have in your preps, especially since it only uses 13.5 watts. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on for you guys and show you how powerful it really is for such a little item. You hear that? There's quite a bit of air coming out of here. So I think that you guys should have one of these in your preps, definitely. So we are in love with this little tool already, especially, you know, for air mattresses and things when, you know, you might have company or something unexpected in SHTF, or you need to blow up air mattresses, you know, just for yourself or something for camping or what have you. So we love that little purchase. You can also use it for this other item, the third item that I'm going to show you right here, another unthought of prep. And this one is the space saver bags that I feel like we should have. So you could use it on this just to go ahead and deflate these. So we have purchased these for space saving. They're just storage bags. It comes with 2 medium, 2 large, and 2 jumbo. This was about $30 on Amazon, but I really want to use it in my linen closet because, as I told you guys, as far as trying to find additional space for our preps, I do have part of my linen closet taken over with pharmaceuticals and bathroom products and things. So I feel like this will help me compact down some of those extra towels that I have in there and bedding that we're not using right now, and then I can get them a little bit smaller and I can fit more preps inside of my linen closet and get things a little bit more organized in there. So that is another item. The other thing I want to show you guys is this. Now this is a bike repair toolkit, and this is something that I feel like everybody needs to have, especially if you have a bike. Now if you guys saw the video I did on how are you going to get home in an SHTF, I showed you that we had recently purchased a collapsible bike. So that is something that we did for my husband to make sure he had a way of getting home. And so this bike repair kit is something that we needed. Now, in addition to this, his particular bike did come with an air pump to reinflate tires. If you don't have one of those, I suggest you throw that in your vehicle as well if you're going to store something like a bike to get back and forth with. You're also going to want some spare inner tubes so that you can fix that. But this tool is really handy because you can either tighten your bolts and nuts and that sort of thing, or you can use it to take those tires off to make a repair on your tire, which would be the primary function of this tool. But definitely consider having one of these in your preps. Awesome. So that, and the bonus item that I feel like is really cool as well is this Vac Life, this air pump. So this air pump here is really a cool purchase. It's something that we purchased, I believe we purchased this thing last year. So if you guys have, you know, we have our tires and things, that little tool there probably couldn't inflate the tire because it doesn't have the right adapters. But this one here is to reinflate your tires at home. And I know that our tires are always fluctuating as far as how much air is in there depending on the weather. So like when it gets really cold, then it needs refilled. If it gets really warm, then it needs refilled. So it's always fluctuating depending on the seasons. And this is really important because a lot of us are so used to going over to a gas station and accessing that. But if that was unavailable, because most of those now you have to have a credit card or something to operate them to even get them to work, and it's all digital, you would not be able to use that to reinflate your tires. In an emergency, we need the ability to reinflate our tires. So this thing actually has where you can plug it into your home outlet, but you can also plug it into the outlet inside of your car, inside your cigarette lighter, which is an awesome feature. So you can get those tires reinflated. Now, obviously, you could use it for things like reinflating, you know, basketballs and all those sorts of things as well. But this is the primary function, and I think you guys should definitely consider having this bonus item in your prep. So these are just some things that I wanted to show you guys that we had picked up for our preps that I feel like are important. There are probably items that we're not really considering or thinking about necessarily. So just a quick share with you guys. And if you guys have enjoyed this video, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. And remember to pray, prep, and put God first. God bless.